All right, hello again, everybody. This is Derek, and I am back with some Pendragon. If you notice in the bottom left, I'm the only one logged into the game, so still waiting for some other players to log into the game. They might be on Discord, but I haven't opened Discord yet, and that's why you don't see my picture in the upper right. So let's go ahead and get into Discord. They might already be there. And then what we'll do is we'll move over to the other screen. Okay. A couple of things you got to do to get started, though. Hang on. Hey, Sean. You're watching and ready for a new adventure. That's good, but they're not online yet. Or I should say, I haven't logged into Discord yet. I'm taking my medicine first while I think about it so I don't forget. Because I just ate dinner. Oh, I didn't go down. All right, that did. All right, let's go into Discord, where everybody is probably already at. Hopefully, maybe not. Nope. And your energy, this might be along with what? Oh, my energy drink tonight is Sci-Fi. Punch de Frutas, which is wild fruit punch, non-carbonated, zero sugar. I thought I'd try it. I won't be buying it again. Okay, I see that Mason is online. He's the guy that plays Gwyneth. Nobody else is online. It's already 11 after. Yeah, and I might have to make a trip to the bathroom yet again. Yeah, I'm struggling with my bowels tonight, or at least right now. I just ate, and then it's like for some reason it just wants to run right through me. So I'm holding it. I'm holding it right now, but in an emergency, I might have to jump up and go run and use the bathroom or something. Tardiness, somebody's going to be staying after and cleaning the erasers. You know it. Um, well, last week I totally blew the game. I didn't even show up. We were supposed to have a game last week, and I just failed. I failed to show up. Um, and so I can't blame them for missing a game. I'm not going to blame them for missing a game. They're probably they're probably conspiring against me to teach me a lesson. You know, and if that's the case, you know, good on them. Oh man. Yep. The map we've got set up for tonight is Londinium. Um, yeah, this is the ancient Roman Londinium in 510 AD. That's the year we're playing in. Um, this area right here is the tournament field, and yeah, that's where we're going to be. That's where the majority of today's session is going to be. Um, the first half of the session, they're going to get a chance to visit Londinium. There's not a whole lot to really do as a knight uh, that's not from here. You know, you just be seeing the sights basically. Um, and then in front of G, this is St. Paul's Cathedral. In front of St. Paul's Cathedral is the Sword and the Stone. Um, it's basically a rock with an anvil on top of it with a sword stuck in it. Um, that's where it's actually at. There's Lud's Castle, and that's the White Tower. Yeah, but either way, there's a lot of interesting things going on. But this Watling and Fleet Street, in between the rivers, right in this area, is where the what gates are those? That's the New Gate and the Lud Gate. Um, that's where the tournament is being held. Now, this is actually happening before jousting was considered a tournament sport. At this period of time, 510, tournaments were done or performed in groups. So you had teams, if you will, and they called it a melee. And yeah, so there would be a grand melee, would be where all the teams are on the table at the same time. Um, or maybe just an individual melee would be one team against another team for progression. But it wasn't ever really thought of to do one on ones until a couple of hundred years later. Um, at this time, they valued teamwork, cooperation, and that kind of stuff was valued more than individual accomplishments. I don't see anybody dropping anything in the chat in our Discord saying I'm going to be late or I'm on the way or is there a game? Well, there was one that says, is there a game? He said that right after I posted, I plan to be on tonight. So I don't get that. Okay, so to be honest, guys, I'm only going to wait here maybe another 10 minutes. I can't really play Pendragon by myself. Actually, I probably could. Because there is a lot of die rolling. I did pose a question, just sharing with you guys, keeping our faith. I did pose a question to the players, and I can put some posts in on this map. This is a map of their hometown, basically their home county. They're all stationed or live at Sarum with the Count, which is Salisbury, and Sarum is the castle. And I posed a question. I gave them a list of towns that they might claim, not towns, I guess keeps, towns, castles, that they might claim for their own. Okay, and so there is one. Thrax said, claim Woodhouse. I don't remember if that was on my list. Yep, Woodhouse. Okay, let's find Woodhouse on the map. It's right there. I'm going to put a pin in it. Okay, that might be a little large. Let's put that on the map layer. There you go, so nobody will accidentally move it. Okay, he picked, that was Thrax. He's playing Aubrey. Man, I don't think I know Gwyneth's parents' names. Okay. Downton for Gwyneth. Okay, Downton. Like Downton Abbey. Okay, where is Downton? I told them they don't have to be, you know, beside each other or whatever. Okay, it's right here, downtown. Let's put that on the map layer. Okay, so we got Woodhouse and Downton, chosen by Gwyneth. Now Mason was struggling, or Shogun. Shogun was struggling. Um, Shogun from Pagan Village, Ludgershall. Okay, is that a choice that I offered? Yep, Ludgershall. Okay, that's close to the border, he said. That's way up here. Okay. Let's put a pin in that one too. So now we know where our something's not right. There we go. Okay, so we've got the serum surrounded. Yeah, that sounds good. That's where they're all going to be from. It is 7:23. All right, guys, I apologize. It looks like we're not going to be playing tonight. I thought we would. I thought we would have a tournament. I did pose a question to the party a few days ago, asking them if they were going to be able to play tonight because it is the 3rd and midnight is going to be midnight's going to be 4th of July, and I didn't know if people were going to 4th of July parties or if they were going to be able to play. Everybody said they were going to be able to, well, Mason's the only one that said he was going to be able to play. Okay, well, I guess that's it. It's, you know what? Since I've got this time set aside, I might just go ahead and log into Skyrim and play some of that. I did do a little work on the characters because I was afraid of some facial mods overriding each other. So I think I fixed that, hopefully. I had to reinstall Lisette. I have gone and grabbed her, but I've decided that I'm not going to progress her quest right away. I'm going to do some of the other quests and then eventually go to her quest kind of gradually. So, Pendragon. Now, there's another thing that I was thinking about doing for Pendragon. Just so you know, Sean, if you're interested, Chaosium is running, which is very surprising. I didn't realize when I set my campaign up, I set it up specifically to do the 508, to start the players in 508, run the adventures in the Game Master's book, and then 5, 10, 11, and 12. Or is it just 10 and 11? I don't remember, but 10 and 11 is in the starter set, and then 12, 13, and 14, or 15, something. But there's a lot of years in the Grey Knight book. And I had worked out a way that will tie all 3 of these books together because the years are perfectly in line with each other. And then I started watching this Chaosium stream, which I would recommend going and checking out. Chaosium is also running Pendragon, and they stole my idea. I mean, they didn't know because I didn't advertise my idea, but they're doing exactly what I did. They went from they're going from the Game Master's book into the starter set, and I assume they're going to finish up with the Grey Knight, like I am. So if you're interested in maybe comparing my playstyle and my players and how they handle some of the tasks set before them compared to the players that are playing in that game, you would let's just say there's different play styles. My play style you already know because you've been watching my streams, but their play style, and I'm gonna give some praise, and I'm gonna say some negative things. Okay, so just bear with me here. Yeah, I'm going to give him praise and I'm going to say something negative. The Game Master is how do I say this? You can't see my facial expressions. But the Game Master is he is trying to run a game. He's trying to run the game in a positive light because he's representing the company that makes the game, Chaosium. He's staying positive. He giggles and laughs and doesn't understand a lot of the core concepts in the game, which that's perfectly fine. It's new to him, just like it's new to me, right? But you could tell that he has an understanding of the way he wants to run the game, and he's knowledgeable enough of the scenario and the story that I'm sure he could recite it backwards and forwards. So he's got the story down, but the rules he doesn't really have down 100%, which that's kind of where I'm at. So I relate to him, and I say he's extremely strong because he has one player in his group that is a they, them, and that should tell you all you need to know about this player. But she, it's obvious, she's a she, and I think that she labels herself they, them, just to get attention. And one of the reasons why I say that, I don't mean to be rude, but I can see what I'm about to say is going to be rude. She is boisterous. She's very demanding in the game. She is a hog for attention in the game. She needs to be the center of attention. If the referee says something to another player, she will interject as if she was the second game master. Like he would say, "Oh, you can do this or this," because of, and before he could finish his sentence, she would step in and say, because this would be good, and this would be good, and you could do that, and this, and that's why both of these would be good. And as a game master myself, I can see in his eyes how frustrated he is with this other player. But he doesn't say anything. He accepts her for who she is and lets her be boisterous and obnoxious in the game. And whenever a rule comes up, she, whether right or wrong, it doesn't matter, she will quote a rule as if she has 100% certainty and confidence that what she's saying is correct. And as a new game master, he is like accepting of her rules lawyering and says, oh, okay, then that's the way we'll do it. And I'm sitting back here watching this video saying, that's not the rule. That's not how it's supposed to be done. Where did she get that rule from? And I'm starting to get winded. Yeah, so I'm just saying the other players have to sit back and watch her play the game, and they have to take a back seat to her, and the referee is getting walked all over by her. Yeah, I don't know, I feel for the game master. Let me just say that. He seems like he's a really cool dude. He knows the story, and he's being very trusting and positive because I think, for one thing, he has to be, or he was chosen to do this because he already is very trusting. But if that person was in my game, we would have already had words. I would have had to tell her, stop quoting rules. Stop being a rules lawyer. Okay, guys, give me like 30 minutes to get everything ready, and I will be back for some Skyrim. All right, you guys take care. I'll see you in like 30 minutes if you want to see some Skyrim. Otherwise, I'll see you next week. Hopefully, we'll be able to get everybody together. All right, you guys.